Hey, yo, what up? I'm Josh Martinez. It is another social distancing sessions, and in just a few minutes, we're gonna have JoJo on, who's personally one of my favorite artists ever, honestly, and I got no shame in admitting that. Been a fan of hers for a while now, so we've been doing the social distancing sessions for quite some time now. And the best part about the social distancing sessions is that we get to bring the artists to you, to Instagram Live, and I think that's one of the more exciting things about what it is that we do right now. And what it is that everything's going on with the quarantine and so on and so forth. I think that one of the most fun parts about everything that we're doing now during quarantine is bringing your favorite artists over to you. So regardless of, how big your favorite artist is, your favorite social influencer is, we'll do our best to bring them to you via Instagram Live through social distancing sessions. So if you have a favorite artist, favorite social media influencer that you want to check out, by all means, tell them to jump on our DMs. Jump into our DMs. You could jump into our DMs and I guess nominate, if that's what you want to call it, and suggest someone to jump in to our Instagram Live, part of our social distancing sessions. Like I said, in a little bit, we're going to have JoJo on with us. We're excited about this. In the meantime, don't forget, we're giving you a shot to win $1,000 every single day. 7 days a week, we are giving you a shot at winning $1,000. All you got to do, keep listening to Kiss1071. You can get all the info, kiss107.com. Also on our profile, if you just click Kiss107, you can check that out as well. So, like I said, I'm excited about JoJo jumping on with us in just a little bit. It's an exciting time. This is one that I've been working on for a while now. For a minute, I've been working on this JoJo Instagram Live because I've been a fan of hers for a minute as well. So, we're excited about having her here in just a little bit. In the meantime, feel free to comment below with any questions that you might have for JoJo. You know what I mean? Any questions you may have. Anything you've always wanted to know about her, feel free to comment below. If you have any questions, I suggest that you put them down below. If you put them on a different page, things may get a little weird. You know what I'm saying? We might not be able to pull it off and pull it up. So by all means, if you have a question for JoJo, let us know. If you have a favorite artist, favorite celebrity, favorite social media influencer, again, tell them to jump on into our DMs and we'll do what we can to hook you up with getting your favorite artist, your favorite celebrity, your favorite social influencer live on our Instagram, part of the social media sessions. I think one of the dope things about everything that's happening quarantine-wise is the artists that are jumping on Instagram Live and the artists that are kind of using this as a platform to get closer to you. I think that's super dope. A lot of artists have been doing that. So kudos to those artists. And one of the first artists that kind of did it was actually JoJo. She was early on in the whole Instagram Live process during the pandemic. So, this interview may be just a little different. You know what I'm saying? Just a little different this may be. But, I guess we'll see and check it out based on the fact that she's done her thing, you know what I'm saying, all these years. So we got JoJo here. We'll give it a second. At the end of the day, we're dealing with Wi-Fi connections and stuff, so hello!
Hello!
What up, girl?
Hey, how are you?
I'm chilling. My name is Josh Martinez. Hello.
Hey, Josh.
I was saying a little while ago, right before you hopped on, that I've been a fan of yours for a hot minute.
Oh, thank you.
And almost to the point where I ain't even gonna front. When I used to play baseball, I used your first album to kind of get me hyped and then bring me down during the game. Swear to God.
Are you serious?
So and I'm gonna just deride you real quick for like a minute, and then we'll get into business. But my fandom for you is pretty big and well known because I have no shame or whatever. To the point where one of my coworkers, so shout out to my homegirl Courtney, gave me a poster that she found from dumb long ago and put it in my office, and we laughed. Although it's a little weird looking back, I got a 15-year-old girl poster in my office right now. This little sketch, it's a little weird.
But aren't you like? We're probably around the same age.
Yes.
So
Which is why I was always
Which is
like,
why it's okay.
Yeah, which is why I was always a huge fan
Oh,
of
thank
yours.
you.
But going back in the day, Breezy, Leave was obviously such a big bop. I always thought Breezy was hella underrated. And then when I needed to kind of come down during baseball practice, I would listen to the SWV remix or remake,
Hey.
which to me is better than the original. You might disagree, but that's
Whoa. Yeah, I have to disagree. I mean, friggin' nobody. Wow. I don't know what it is that you've done to me. Hey.
that version was on a playlist that I made senior year of high school with a bunch of other songs called Boot Knockin' Bangers, and I'm not even
Oh,
kidding.
that's how you felt? Okay.
But that was on Windows Media Player because you should know back then it wasn't about like iPod and playlists. It was a Windows Media Player
Damn,
playlist.
taking it back. I
That's
don't.
how,
I actually don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
there you go. So I think that one of the things that makes you hella interesting is your whole story. And I think a lot of people don't know the full backstory and why, you were in and out of the game, for the last 14, 15, 16 years. Have you considered writing an autobiography about all this?
Yeah, but I'm still so in progress that
Hmm.
it doesn't feel, I don't know, it just feels a little premature to start like I mean, I need to start because my story is actually pretty unbelievable. So there's actually, if anybody's interested, they just released this like 25-minute documentary. They did a really great job, Up Rocks, actually, of really condensing my story and explaining it in a very like digestible way of like, people wondering what happened, where did I go after I had two such big albums as a teenager, and then I had to sue my record label, and I didn't own my voice. I wasn't able to put out music at all whatsoever. I was just in a bad situation. I was just kind of a circumstantial, and so yeah, it's not. What's great is that 2020 feels like an even better time, honestly. I mean, this is a very scary time for so many people. But what I mean is that the industry has changed since it's just a better time to be a young woman in the music industry, and I'm having more fun. So
No, and that's true and it's real. And I think that nowadays, and I think with the advent of social media and how things have popped off throughout social media, I don't want to say it's easier to be noticed, but
I
it's
don't
more.
know about that. Yeah, I feel like I couldn't imagine like starting out as a new artist right now. It must feel so overwhelming to try to break through because there's like, it's like, are you TikTok famous? Are you Vine famous? Are you YouTuber? Like, it's so hard. There's so much competition, but I think cream does rise to the top. I do believe that.
No, and I'm a firm believer in that. And I think that the talent always wins out. And I think a lot of people would agree with that, record labels, producers, so on and so forth. But it's also timing, for me at least. And what made it right now kind of the time for you to release your album? Because this is obviously planned out OD in advance. So this ain't like, hey, I'm going to release it during the pandemic. It's something that clearly is
No.
a huge rollout. So what made it like now the right time for JoJo?
Well, we started mixing the album early this year and like mastering and released the first single, Man, right when things started to lock down, which was
Hmm.
pretty mind blowing. But this is the situation that everybody is going through. All industries are affected, all people are affected. So it would be ridiculous of me to be like, how terrible my rollout. Like, and people's lives are really being affected by this. So I'm being like water because I'm privileged to be comfortable. I'm okay. And music is needed right now. So me and my label and my team, we all talked about it. And we were like, my career has had a lot of delays and setbacks and stuff and things that we couldn't control. This is something we can control. We can directly, hopefully, give people, my fans, an escape for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? With this album, Good to Know, which just dropped and has been getting this response, and it seems like people are able to like, you know, get away even if they can't leave the house, which is great.
No, true. Do you have any, and we'll jump to the new album that just released on Friday. Do you have any songs in particular that you're looking forward to performing for whatever reason, for one way or the other?
The album is only, well, it's 11 on the deluxe. I mean, it's 11 on the version that,
Is
has the
released.
intro and the
Yeah, yeah.
outro and stuff. No, so it's 9 on the standard, but so I want to do all of them. I love them. But I think Think About You is one of my favorites, and
Hmm.
I just learned how to play it on the piano. So I'm excited to like accompany myself and like stand up. I'm at the piano right now and like stand up and be jamming and stuff. Like I'm excited to keep growing as a performer and as an artist. So yeah, it's been so amazing to see what songs are resonating with people most. So I'm hyped to do Small Things and Man, of course, and Think About You, Don't Talk Me Down, So Bad. I'm gonna end up saying all the songs, but you know how that goes.
Nah, I feel you. My two personal favorites, and I like Pedialyte based on lyrics because it is
Okay.
super relatable right now, even though it's not. Some lyrics are like hella Instagram captions. I wrote one down in particular.
Oh,
Feeling bad still, I need a prayer and an Advil. I'm like, yo, everyone lyrically, that is an Instagram caption because the amount of
I
drinking.
felt like Drake with that. I did. I was like, that sounds like something he would have said.
You mean Drake, the dude that completely cock blocked your entire release on
Ah,
Friday?
whatever,
I'll
yo.
say it for you. I'll say it for you. All right, it's cool. And then my other favorite is "Come Back" with Tory Lanez because Jesus
Yes,
Christ, that song is chef's kiss, as my homegirl Molly would say. How did that
man.
collab with Tory Lanez come about?
We did a show together a few years ago at one of those Ivy League schools where they like have summer jams. I forget what it was. And we exchanged info and talked about working. And I'd really dug what he had been doing since you're gonna have to do more than just you're gonna have to do less when you give me a ride. Da, da, da. Yeah, and then when Broken a Minute came out earlier this year, I was like, oh, okay, the multifacetedness, I get it. So once I wrote Comeback, I was like, this would feel really good and kind of up the ante to have somebody on it. And I was like, who would really deliver? And he was the first person that came to mind. So I sent it to him and he's like, I'm definitely the dude for this. I'm like, I thought you might be. So I love his verse. He sent it to me, I was like, oh my God, whoa. So
I made the mistake of listening to it while working out, and I say mistake because I didn't even want to work out. Well, I wanted to go back to my apartment and get my cardio on. But
it's
that's
very sexy.
but the whole album is though, and I think that's what's dope is that I think a lot of people, in my opinion, kind of see the earlier JoJo, right? So then when the new JoJo pops off, the more comfortable JoJo, this is the music that anyone that's been a true fan of yours knows that this is the music that you've always kind of been a fan of. And one of the things that I remember from back in the day, and I remember being like, yo, this is another reason why I like this chick. You put up a post about you being at a D'Angelo concert, front row, and
Oh
like
yeah.
your organic feelings to it. And I'm like, yo, like she's just like us. She's a stan of an artist. She finally saw that artist, and she's not like backstage type is. She's
Oh
like
no.
there. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling the exact same way we all feel when he did Untitled or something like that. How do you feel? Or whatever the situation may be. So I think it's dope that this whole album kind of came together. How many songs did you want to originally put on the album?
Um, we had always talked about, and when I said we, I'm talking about me and my team and my label, we'd always talked about having it kind of in installments.
Hmm.
And I like this idea of having more delicious, digestible courses almost. And and that's what I mean about releasing music in like this era. It's just there's not rules like there were before. And you can add things on streaming and I can be like, okay, I just want to drop 4 more songs on the project, or I just want to do like an EP or whatever. So there are so many songs that I want you guys to hear and that have different like vibes to them and that has um but I really wanted this to be cohesive, so I felt like let me just really trim the fat and give something that is really just chef's kiss, as your homegirl said.
So you were originally slated to go on tour. I think you would have been on the road right now, more or less.
Yeah, it would be in Atlanta. I think someone just told me that. Yeah.
So, but you did postpone it. It's not a complete cancellation. You still have plans to go
Yeah.
out there and do your thing. So, what are you most looking forward to now that you have another 4, 5, 6 months to kind of really set your ish together? What are you most excited about with the whole tour
That's
process?
so inconceivable. Oh my God. It's not that I'm like it just I can't imagine being in a house that long. Oh my God. Whoa, I'm about to lose it, yo. I know everybody is.
Being on tour, maybe not being just being
No,
on
for
tour.
sure. I'm so excited to I miss people's energy. I miss
Hmm.
that. And like performing from my house is awesome. That's, it's a again blessing to be comfortable and to have I have pretty good acoustics in here, but there's nothing like performing and connecting with people like you. I just can't fail you via technology. And that's something that really infuses and fuels my performances is having an audience. So I'm really looking forward to that and to bringing these songs to life and to making people happy, like, and feeling that joy for myself too. It's such a relationship.
I think one of the dope things is, to me, you're one of the few artists that started off the quarantine artist IG Live game and then kind of stayed with it. Ironically enough, Tory Lanez is another one. Now,
Yeah.
Tory Lanez, and apparently we're giving so much love to Tory, and well deserved, but he has increased his Instagram following like crazy. Like, I've seen pop culture articles on the dude to the point where, like, he probably wouldn't be on certain sites, but now he is. MTV allegedly. Yeah, MTV is trying to give him a 30-minute special type thing through Instagram Live or whatever.
It's pretty brilliant.
And you've been doing the same thing. Now, without giving any secrets or anything like that, because you don't want to give away your tricks, do you have anything planned to keep the IG Live going and kind of putting a spin on it? Because you've been unique, whether it was Tori Kelly jumping in, a fan jumping in and singing with you or whatever, you damn near having to, like, shut your mom up to hear this fan sing. Is there anything that you have kind of planned up your sleeve to stay connected with your fans?
I want to just let it happen organically. I don't know if I'm gonna like turn it into a show or turn it into like something that's more planned, because I have been in the middle of promoting this album. So like waking up at 6 a.m. and doing interviews all day pretty much, because there's a whole world out there. It's not just talking to people in America, as awesome as that is, obviously. But so this has been, and I've been fortunate to have a lot of great opportunities. So I don't know. I can't compete with Tory Lanez when it comes to quarantine radio. Like, I'm not going to twerk, and I can't encourage people in the same way that he does to do that. So that's it.
So what do you have planned for the rest of 2020? We know about the tour. Maybe some new songs here and there, maybe some dropping music here and there. Is there anything else that you have planned for 2020?
Just continued expansion and more music, more creating, more cooking, more baking. I'm taking it one day at a time, but I just want to continue to give and grow, and yeah.
That's what's up. We appreciate that. Before I let you go, I always said for the last 15 years, there are only two good things that have come out of New England: clam chowder and JoJo. And I'm going to keep it that way. The reason why, I'm a diehard Yankees fan, born and raised in Brooklyn.
I thought I heard an accent. I
cannot like anything Boston related, but I let you slide, even to the point where I didn't realize this, or maybe I did. I don't know. But you kind of inspired that 10, 12 years ago.
Oh my God,
yeah.
You're a real one.
But that was me being all cute, like, I'm going to be married to music. But I saw it on you, and I was like, oh, that shit is dope. I'm going to get it.
Oh, I love it. That's what's
Thank you. Appreciate you. JoJo, one more time, you're the bomb. Thank you so much. Excited about your album. Going to keep rocking it. Man gets played, gets love on Kiss 107.1, gets played on different radio stations. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll see you on tour later this year, girl.
Bye. Thanks.
Peace out, baby. So if you have anything else that you want to see, hit us up. Let us know about it. DM us, please, if you want to see anybody else. Once again, my name is Josh Martinez, at Yo Josh Martinez as well, at Yo Josh Martinez. You can hit us up. You have anybody that you want to see part of the social distancing sessions on Kiss 107.1, you let us know, all right? At Kiss 107, you're following us. We appreciate it. At Yo Josh Martinez. That's who I am. And we appreciate everything that you do. Thank you so much for coming through. I don't know why the hell I just flipped it, but it is what it is. We appreciate ya. I'm outie.